LastPass website says keep your passwords secure and accessible across all of your devices. They didn't just mean your devices. Okay, listen. In today's video, what we're going to do is cover my top 3 password managers for 2024 because you guys, I can't keep shaking this password book at y'all. Okay, since you don't want to grab one, cool. I will assist you with picking out a password manager that is safe and secure. Let's go over some pros and cons. As always, if you're here, you're interested, so let's get into it. Now, in today's video, we are going to go over ProtonPass, NordPass, and RoboForum. When I was doing my research, those were the 3 that came out on top. I would use one or even all 3 of these if it came down to it, but I prefer to write mine down. But I'm not gonna keep doing that to y'all, okay? So let's get into the information. Now, as it relates to breaches, LastPass has had more than people can actually count. That's why they are not in this list. If you are using LastPass, keep watching, okay? Of the 3 that we're going over today, none of them have ever had a breach, and that is absolutely amazing. And NordPass is the only one that does not have a free option. So that's good for all my freebie seekers. Now, as far as price plans go, they're reasonable for the year. All of them are under $30. ProtonPass and NordPass, if you do want to pay for the 1-year subscription, those are both $23.88 for the year. Okay, it's always best to pay for the year instead of paying monthly. The monthly is like $199, but just pay for the year. Trust me, you get the discount. Now, as far as login limits, none of them have login limits. But as far as device limit, NordPass gives you 10 users, but RoboForum only gives you 1 device. So that might make a difference for some of you guys. If you're using more than just 1 cell phone, if you have a significant other, or if you would like for your kids to use this instead of storing their passwords all willy-nilly, yeah, RoboForum would be an issue for you. As far as 2-factor authentication goes, because if you are new to this channel, you do not know, but we're going to go over 2-factor authentication a lot. We need to connect it to a lot of things, everything we can. Now, when it comes to 2-factor authentication, ProtonPass gives you 2-factor authentication if you have a paid subscription. NordPass, for some strange reason, only gives it to their business subscriptions. And RoboForum does give it to you for free. We like free, okay? And I'll put up some information. I'll put a little chart here on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. When it comes to ease of use or user friendliness, all 3 of these are more user friendly than some of the other ones that I looked at. That's why I specifically chose these 3 to go over. When it comes to things like being able to import information from your browser, because you know you've already stored your passwords to your browser. So all 3 of these are going to give you the ability to import your usernames and your passwords from your browser. When you do that, please remember to go in and delete all of those from your browser. Now, another feature that I wanted to look for is if all of them store the information and do autofills for you. If you're using the password manager on your browser or on your phone, it's going to be able to autofill your information for you so that you don't have to do it. Makes it super convenient. Now, I do like having a local device storage only option, because what that does is it gives you the ability to store your passwords. Like, say you were using your phone, you could store them just to your phone so it doesn't go to like other devices, so it doesn't also store on the internet. And that's a good feature. ProtonPass doesn't have that, NordPass doesn't have that, but RoboForum does. Now, it's okay to me that Nord and Proton don't have that feature because they do use 0 encryption, which means even the people who work at those companies don't have the ability to decrypt your information once it's encrypted, okay? So it's okay. Now, each of these does have an exclusive feature that I did want to point out for you because it stood out to me the most. Now, for ProtonPass, of course, it integrates seamlessly with its other products like Proton Mail, Proton Calendar. It also gives you the ability to mask your email. Like, it gives you an email alias that you can use on something like T-Mobile, because they're in a lot of breaches. So I do like that feature too. Okay, so to use the hide my email alias feature, you sign into your Proton Mail, but you want to go ahead and open up the extension and then click on create a hide my email alias. We're going to name this one Chrissy's T-Mobile. It's going to forward to the email address that I keep telling y'all to ignore. Don't judge my life. And we're going to click create. Ta-da! Now I'm going to go log into my T-Mobile account and I'm going to put this email in there for them instead of the email address that I have in there now. Because T-Mobile has experienced a lot of breaches and they have a very bad track record for letting customers know that breaches have happened, I want to make sure that this is done. If you have been a part of any other breaches for any company, your banks, especially Bank of America and Wells Fargo, if you are using those, I would definitely suggest using an alias so that they can't track you into your email after your information has been breached from those companies. But that's it. All you do is log in to the pass, create an alias, and then copy this and use this as the new email address for whatever logins, whatever companies, whatever you want to, so that it doesn't get your real email. That's the purpose of it. Remember that when you're updating these email preferences, that the companies that you're working with should be sending you some sort of verification that this is your new email to your old and new email address. So look out for both of those. Let's say goodbye to the old email address and let's verify your new email. So look out for something like that, okay? Now, for NordPass, its unique feature is that they let you use pass keys and they let you use biometrics with your pass keys. Pass keys are kind of the evolution of what passwords might be in the future. And I like that they already have that integrated. And if you're using your cell phone or you're using the app on your cell phone, it's going to give you the ability to use your biometrics. So use your Face ID or use like a finger or thumbprint. So I like that. Now for RoboForm, they do something called password audits. That's going to tell you when you need to update a password based on them looking through the dark web to see if something that you are involved in has been leaked. So I like that. It just searches the dark web to make sure your stuff isn't out there. That's a cool feature to have as well. But like I said, all three of these features are unique to each individual password manager. Now, with that being said, there's also something that I didn't like on each one. I did want to pull out pros and cons. So let's go over Proton Pass's feature that I don't like. I'm just kidding. I didn't find one with Proton Pass, so don't judge my life. I did look though, but they didn't actually have any features that I didn't like. Now, as far as NordPass goes, NordPass does require you to use their browser extension if you're going to use their product, which I don't like because I'm not a fan of browser extensions. So yeah, there's that. Now, as far as RoboForm goes, the free version of RoboForm is only for one device, which is a big letdown, especially if you're using something like a cell phone and a laptop. You want the information to kind of coincide on both. So not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Pay for the subscription. It's actually not that expensive. Now, you guys know I am a huge proponent of actually writing things down in the password book. If you want to get the same password book that I have, click the link that's in the description. I found this book on Amazon for $12, but if you are a user of TikTok, I did find it in the TikTok shop and I put it in my TikTok shop. It's less than $5. So there's an option for you. I am going to say that each one of these password managers does have a master password, which you will need to write down. A master password means that there's a password for the app. You need to write that down. If you lose that, you're going to lose access to everything inside. So as much as you guys don't. Maybe that's the password that you remember, but please try to make it complicated. I've said it 1,000 times. Passwords are not supposed to be easy to remember because that means that they're easy to guess. With as much information as people put out on the internet nowadays, people can find your birthday, they can find your first address, they can find the first car you drove, right? Because we put so much information on the internet. We like to share. We're oversharers. And Lord forbid somebody say something wrong, because we have this just urge to correct people, which also is a way that a lot of scammers will bait you into giving them additional information. Keep those things in mind. I am still going to continue to say, write your passwords down, write them down, write them down, write them down. But if you want to learn how I write my passwords down, the link to that is in the description as well. I do have a password security tip PDF. I think look in the link, but try to get into the habit of writing down some stuff. Any password that you're using that has something to do with money, personal, private banking, real estate type information, medical information, those are things that you want to make way more complicated than you can remember, and you want to write them down. Those should be complicated because you're not logging into them all day, every day. I'm really trying to get you guys to join me on writing passwords down. Also, as far as password managers go, the reason why I chose to review these 3 is because when I looked at other password managers, popular password managers, I seen a billboard for a password manager. I looked into those, and the track records and even some of the features and functionality, some of the reviews from the Play Store and things like that just were not as high as these 3. So again, if you are going to use a password manager, these are the 3 that I would use. Of course, ProtonMail is going to be my number 1. If you do like the freebie system, RoboForm is number 2, Nord is number 3. But like I said, they all have some really great features, and I'll leave this little chart up right here for you. They all have some really great features. They all are very easy to use. And if you must use a password manager, please choose one of these. I chose not to put affiliate links for the 3 of these inside of this video to let you guys know and ensure you that I am not being paid to promote any of them, because I want you just to take that as an extra oomph that these are 3 that I actually recommend. Okay. If you want more information on trading, investing, security, productivity, stick with me here on YouTube or on my Instagram channel, because these are the 2 places that I put that type of information. But as always, I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Honestly, after doing all of this research, I did start using the Proton Pass because I did still have some passwords on my browser. I do like the feature that gives you the ability to use the hidden email address. I was able to show you guys how to do that because I decided to start using it. There is one on DuckDuckGo that I was using, but until I created this video, I didn't really think about actually using it for my T-Mobile. So helping you guys helps me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that great stuff. If you're not already a student, why not? Go ahead and enroll in the course. There's a promotion right now. Check the link in my bio. See you guys.